I'm so glad you're back for our final week of this series called The Comeback Kid. Over the past few weeks, we've been talking about the greatest comeback of all time, Jesus coming back to life. So let me start with a quick question. How do you show that you're a fan of something? Maybe you wear your team's jersey, or you're posting about your favorite artist, or standing in line for hours to see the new movie. You know when someone's a fan. So what about following Jesus? How do people know when you're a follower of his? Is it something you wear, say, or do? Well, we've been talking about Jesus' epic comeback, and today we're asking, what does it actually look like to live for Jesus? Maybe when you hear live for Jesus, you think it means following a bunch of rules. Or maybe you've tried before but felt like you could never do enough or be good enough. Some people think that being a Christian or a follower of Christ means giving up fun or being perfect all the time. And honestly, that can leave us wondering, am I even cut out for this? But what if following Jesus isn't about what we've assumed? What if it's not just about do's and don'ts? What if God has something way more meaningful and even more adventurous in mind for us? Well, let's look at what Jesus actually said about following him. Just before his death, he told the disciples this: "If any of you wants to be my follower, you must give up your own way, take up your cross, and follow me." So let's break that down. Give up your own way means letting go of the idea that we always know what's best for ourselves. And take up your cross was a bold statement in Jesus' day. The cross meant pain, suffering, and even death. He was warning that following him would not always be easy. Then he says, "Follow me." In other words, do what I do, speak how I speak, live how I live. And then Jesus gives us this promise. If you try to hang on to your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for my sake, you will save it. What he's saying is when we cling to doing things our own way, we miss out. But when we let go and follow him, that's when we truly find life. So what did Jesus' life actually look like? Well, Jesus spent his time loving God, serving others, forgiving people, including people that people thought shouldn't be forgiven, and living out with compassion. The first Christians weren't even called Christians. They were known as followers of the way. People could tell they followed Jesus not by what they avoided, but by how they loved. Living for Jesus means living like Jesus. So if living for Jesus means living like him, how do we start? Well, I think a couple ways can help us. First, get to know Jesus. You can't follow someone you don't know. That means spending time learning about him through scripture, prayer, and being surrounded by other followers. And here's the good news. You're not expected to get it all right. None of us do. Living like Jesus is a lifelong journey. It's not a checklist. Sometimes following him means letting go of things that are holding us back, whether it's a habit, fear, or even a dream that we've clung to too tightly. But whatever we let go of, Jesus offers us something better in return: a life with deeper purpose, joy, and freedom. Living for Jesus means living like Jesus. And when we do that, we become part of the biggest comeback story ever told. We don't just watch the story unfold. We get to be in it. We get to bring hope. We get to bring love. We get to bring light into the world around us. So have a beautiful Easter. Know that he has risen for you and he loves you dearly. Go out and spread that love into the world. See you guys next week.